Hey, it's Al Crespo, back again. So today, I want to talk to you about Commissioner Mark Sarnoff, my pal ethics. But before I do, I want to go ahead and play a little piece of video. Watch the video, and then I'll come back and we'll talk.
As a matter of fact, today, a 7-time convicted felon sent a complaint that either one or all of us has directed some employee in the city of Miami to do something. And as soon as we say to the chief, I demand you hire 100 cops, we violated the charter. So our role in this government is extremely, extremely limited.
But hey, wasn't that special? Now, Commissioner, I know you get upset when I call you a lying, weasel, dick sociopath. But you know, there are people in the community that call you a lot worse. I don't go around calling you a twisted, spandex-wearing weenie whacker, right? But I understand. You're angry with me. You want to get even. You want to call me names. So you call me a convicted felon. Well, Commissioner, you know, I did the crimes. I did the time. And being called felon, ex-felon, ex-con, whatever, that's all part of the punishment. So I don't have a problem with you doing that. But I do think that the number 7 that you use in terms of the number of convictions might be off. Now, I don't want to make light of it, but I didn't keep a scrapbook of the stuff I was doing 40, 50 years ago when I was running around robbing banks and being a stick-up guy. So I have no way to really go back and check. But because the number is important to you, I think that, let me make a suggestion. Instead of saying 7 convictions, why don't you tell people 10 or 12 or 15? I think that might even make you feel better. Because 7's kind of a paltry number when you really think about it. Because you, after all, got 6 code violations for operating an illegal law firm out of your house in Coconut Grove. You see what I mean? 6, 7, go for 10, 11, 12, 15. Whatever makes you happy. Now, that wasn't really the reason I wanted to talk with you today. The reason I wanted to talk with you today is that I think that you and the Chief of Police are discriminating against me when you talk about me at City Hall, just like that little video. Now, I wasn't the subject of anything, and all of a sudden, there I am being discussed. And the Chief of Police, you know, every time he gets a chance, he wants to call me a criminal. I don't call him a government informant at City Hall, right? I think there should be some decorum at City Hall. Especially since you all don't behave that way with other people that come before you or for people that come through the building. You know, Miami City Hall is a really interesting place. I mean, on any given day, you got heroin smugglers and marijuana smugglers and cocaine dealers and murderers and mortgage fraud schemers and Medicare swindlers, you know, and you got all them old Cubans that figured the best way to get even with Fidel Castro was to blow shit up in Miami. I mean, a bunch of those old guys use the mayor's office as a clubhouse nowadays. There's sometimes when you walk into City Hall and these guys are coming on, you figure they're on their way to go blow up something in Miami. So if you're going to do that, if you want to call me names at the City Commission meeting, then call everybody else who's got a title like ex-convict or convicted felon. Call them that too. Don't just do it to me, because that's not really right. At least in my twisted opinion, I don't think it's right. But there's another problem, Commissioner. You know, you've been going along now for a while, doing all this stuff, all these little schemes and deals and getting people to believe that you're some big gangster guy that can threaten people and scare the shit out of people. You got people who actually believe that you, a dinky city commissioner in municipal government, are like a mob boss, that you can put hits on people if they look at you or talk back at you, right? How did that all come about? right? That's not right, Commissioner. You shouldn't have people afraid to talk to you or talk about the things that go on in District 2. But you know, there are people who are now beginning to stand up and say, wait a minute. You know, a lot of people in Center Grove aren't too happy with Blanche Park. And then there's a lot of people in the West Grove who are definitely unhappy with the way the city and you, because it's your district and nothing goes on in your district without you knowing about it. That all this paperwork and these reports were kept secret for years, right? And then there's the whole thing about Trolleygate and how illegal that all is turning out to be, and how city employees were telling folks, hey, we can't allow this to happen in the city of Miami. But it did, and not only did it happen, but you were out there like the baton twirling majorette in charge of the band, right? Trying to justify this. And then of course you got all this stuff going on with the waterfront, right? With Grove Key Marina and all that. Commissioner, people are getting to be real upset about you and the stuff that you're doing. So I think that really, instead of focusing on calling me names, that the best thing you could do is quit screwing people around. Because if you quit screwing people around, I'm not going to have any reason to write about you. I only write about you because you do all this nasty shit. Right? So that's my suggestion to you. But if you don't want to take it, and I got a feeling that you're that kind of a hard-headed guy that figures you're just going to get away with all the shit you can get away with, let me put this thought in your mind. Next year, I just might move to Coconut Grove. I just might find me a little place somewhere in the Center Grove, and one day you and the missus are going to be out walking the dogs, and I'm going to be out there saying, surprise, surprise, look who just moved into the hood. Because I figure that you're going to run for public office again after you get through screwing the people in Miami the next couple of years. And I figure if I move to Coconut Grove next year, I'll establish whatever residency is required for me to run against you. How much fun would that be? Huh? Wouldn't that be great, you and me running against each other for public office? I don't think you're going to be happy, but I got to tell you, if that happens, I'm going to be about as happy as one of them little monkeys that sits in a tree in a zoo and jerks off watching the people go by. Because that's about how much fun I think I'm going to have running against your ass for some other office. So you think about that. And let your conscience be your guide when it comes to all these things about Trolleygate and the incinerator and Grove Key. Kind of lighten up on trying to screw people at every turn in the road. Okay? And for all the regular Crespo Graham readers, hey, you know, as always, I appreciate you coming and reading my stories. I appreciate you watching these videos. I certainly appreciate it if you'd let your friends and family and colleagues know about my little website so they could come and read some of this stuff. And most importantly, tomorrow's a City Commission meeting. And it's an important City Commission meeting because it deals with the budget. So if you live in the city of Miami and get a chance, go to City Hall. You got 2 minutes to be able to stand up there and tell these people what you think. And that's kind of important because it's your money. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.